Hello, and welcome back to Pokemon FireRed. I'm your host, Sarah Bear, and let's get started. So last time we left off, you were in front of Misty. Hi, you're a new face. Only those trainers who have a policy about Pokemon can turn pro. What is your approach when you catch and train Pokemon? My policy is an all-out offensive with water-type Pokemon. Uh-oh, she mean business. Okay, some of you may notice that from the, well, I'm pointing it out now, but from the last video, Pikachu was actually only level 19. I took the time, between now and last time to level him up just one level, because, Thundershock does not do as much as I had hoped, and I think he just needed an extra boost. Not to mention, when he hit level 20, he had the option to learn Slam, so I did, and I put that over Quick Attack. Hopefully that will be helpful in this battle. No. Let's just have Pikachu do this one too. If he can, hopefully. It's Thundershock. I figured that was gonna happen. Yeah, that's... Again, I figured that was gonna happen. That did not do as much damage as I had hoped. Then again, it only has a 40 attack stat. Let's try War Turtle for a bit. Come on, War Turtle, you can get it with a bite. Ow! What was that about? Rude. Don't use your Swifts on me. Who do you think you are, terrible Swift? God. Super effective. When did Starmie become a water psychic type? I knew she was going to do that. When did Starmie become a water psychic type? Was that a thing? When they got into 3rd generation, I think? Is that a thing? People, tell me. Tell me if that was a thing. Because I would like to know. Starmie, could you just, like, bite the bullet and just take it already? And you are done. Goodbye. Good night. So I guess it was good that I leveled Pikachu up to 20 instead of leaving him at 19. Because that could have been a lot worse. Since Water Pulse has a possibility to confuse. Wow, you're too much. Alright. You can have the Cascade badge to show you beat me. And I got money. The Cascade badge makes all Pokemon up to level 30 obey. That includes even outsiders you got in trades. There's more. You can now use Cut anytime, even out of battle. You can cut down small trees to open new pathways. You can also have my favorite TM. Woohoo! Woohoo! Teaches Water Pulse. Use it on an aquatic Pokemon. Well, yeah, why wouldn't I use it on a water-type Pokemon? Yeah, so that was fun, I guess. I might teach that to War Turtle later. Not entirely sure if I'm gonna do that or not, though. Depends. Please take my Pokemon and heal them, Poke Lady. Please. And let's take out, or let's switch Pokemon, since Pikachu was out in front. Switch it with Sparrow, that's fine. So, I guess something that I could talk about is, have you guys ever played Pokemon Conquest? It's a game that came out for the DS. I forget how long ago it was, but it's a game that came out for the DS. And it involves Pokemon as well as characters from like Samurai Warriors and Dynasty Warriors. I think the company that made it was Koei and another one. I forget the other one's name though. But it's a lot of fun. It's like a strategy-based game where you play as a hero, either, you know, a female or male, and you go around conquering castles and stuff. And every time you take over a castle, you have the possibility to pick up warriors from the castle that you just defeated. I believe you originally start out with an Eevee, but depending on where you go and how friendly you become with Eevee, you can evolve Eevee into its different forms. And I believe it goes all the way up to yeah, it stops at Glaceon and Leafeon. So you can't get Sylveon, because I mean Sylveon came out in X and Y, and that's the 3DS generation. This is just DS. So it's around the time of Diamond and Pearl. So you can have like Glaceon, Leafeon, Umbreon, Espeon, Flareon, Vaporeon, or Jolteon. There we go. I was trying to think of the names. But yeah, you can have any of those different types. And I remember, like I said before, depending on where you are when you're connecting with your Pokemon can affect what they evolve into. And I remember I evolved my Eevee into a Glaceon, because I kind of like I kind of favor water types as well as ice types. I'm not entirely sure why, considering ice has like a huge, well, what I would think to be a huge weakness, but I don't know, it's kind of fun. And like even after you beat the game, fine, put the TM in the TM case, do the stuff, the thing. So even after you beat the game, you open up different side quests that you can play as different characters, and those different characters have different Pokemon. And I think the last time I played the game was probably a good couple of months ago, but I picked it up again today and started playing through the side story that I opened. And one thing that's kind of broken, in my opinion, is if you have a dragon Pokemon, or if you have a Pokemon that has a dragon move. Because here's the thing with that game, the Pokemon, regardless of what type they are, only have one attack. So if you have a Pokemon, for example, like Litwick, who is a fire and a ghost type, he only actually has a fire move. He doesn't have a ghost move, just fire. Anyways, so if you have a dragon... Whoops. Sorry about that. I had itch on my face. Scratch and itch. There we go. But if you have a dragon-type Pokemon, and if you have a dragon-type Pokemon and it hits a dragon attack, the dragon attack by default is, I think, Dragon Breath? Or Dragon's Breath? I don't remember. Dragon Breath? Dragon Breath? But by default, it always does 40 damage no matter what. Even if the Pokemon is like an ice type or something, it always does. I'm pretty sure it always does 40 if it's like an ice type or another dragon type, which is kind of weird in my opinion. But yeah, it always does 40 damage. So as long as you can weaken a Pokemon down to 40 HP or lower, and then you just use that, if it hits, that is, because the accuracy is really bad, if it ends up hitting, it just kills them after that, because it always does 40 damage no matter what. But the other thing that's kind of interesting, though, is like if you have a bird-type Pokemon and you use it against a bug-type, for example, and let's say the move you have is Wing Attack, then it will do like extra damage. Oh, what am I doing? Apparently not paying attention. But it will do extra damage. And I thought it was kind of overkill because I took a Beedrill to a, I think it was a, no, it wasn't a Scraggy, what was it? I think it was a, Sneasel, and, yeah, I think it was a Sneasel, and the move that Beedrill has is Twin Needle, so it's supposed to hit a certain amount of times at a certain power, and the multiplier was, I think was like, 100 times for each hit. All I could think was, that's way too messed up, like that's definitely skewed somehow. I think that's what it was. If it wasn't that, then it was a different move, but stuff like that can get really crazy. And just using moves like that, where you can have it do a lot of damage, because your Pokemon have different health, like in the regular Pokemon games, but it gets higher and higher, and once you get to, I don't know, I'd say probably like 80, that's considered a lot. Well, maybe not 80, maybe 100, that's considered a lot. So it was just funny to see, like, this one move do 100, it was over 100 damage, I think it was 119 or something. But yeah, it was still pretty funny to see. But, I definitely suggest it for people who, like strategy games, like Pokemon, and, well, you don't necessarily have to like Dynasty Warriors, but it doesn't hurt to like it. Same with Samurai Warriors, too. I think, actually, now that I think about it, it's just Samurai Warriors. I can never remember. I think it's Samurai, because I think Dynasty has Cow and some of the others, and Samurai has Nobunaga. Nobunaga and Chio. Yeah. So never mind. I think it's Samurai Warriors. It is what it is, but that doesn't matter. Because even if you don't like that game, or you've never played it before, you're not really playing as those characters. You're still playing like a Pokemon-like game. But even if you're not interested in it, maybe just like look up the game too, because like I said before, it's just a DS game. It's not even a 3DS game, so you don't have to spend lots of money on it. But the one thing I do remember is that it sold out really quickly, because again, it was a Pokemon game, but it sold out really quickly. So I don't know if you guys, well, you could probably find a copy now, but I don't know if you'd be able to find a used one. I guess that's what I'm trying to get at. You could probably find a used DS easily, but trying to find a used copy of this game, maybe not so much. You might be able to. It kind of depends on where you are in the situations and stuff like that, but yeah, I definitely think that it's worth checking out. I think I'm going to fight this trainer, and then we are going to be done for this session, because we've been going on for a little bit long today. But yeah, I don't know, it's just another Pokemon game that I've played before. I mean, like, I played the trading card game too, and I thought that was pretty fun. That can get crazy sometimes, though. That's for, it's either basic Game Boy or Game Boy Color, but I think it's basic. But it, that one's pretty fun. It might be Color. I don't remember, I'm sorry. But that one's pretty fun too, it's just very old, that's all. So, yeah, if you want to play an older game, then go for it, I don't know. Do whatever. Why are you even listening to me? I have no idea. Who's sending out a Pikachu? Don't send out a Pikachu. Don't be silly. Don't undo that. Undo that. Undo it. Hopefully Mankey will be able to stand up to this Pikachu. Oh god. Good. Good. That's one thing that I always hate about Paralyzed, is it almost seems like every time you paralyze a Pokemon, it's never affected by it, but you get paralyzed and you're affected by every turn. So I'm kind of glad that that it didn't affect me. It's not just a big deal at the Pokemon Center. Alright, so like I said before, I'm going to end this off here. Sorry about going on a little bit of a tangent today, but I don't know, I guess it's better than nothing. Thanks for watching. I hope you watch more of my videos in the future. Thanks for stopping by. Bye!